Hey guys, Xel'crin here, and today we're here to do yet another Killing Floor custom map. So today we're here to do Army Base, which I know literally nothing about. There's no description. Never seen the map name, I'm pretty sure. And the description is, it's great. So, we have no idea what the hell we're getting into. We have no idea about anything, honestly. It's a mystery to us. Could be terrible, could be amazing, could be many things. It just will be. So, yeah. And we go. Whoa. Okay, so it's not... Alright, it's cool. I definitely kind of get a military base vibe. See, this is weird. Because I don't know what kind of military base they were going for. Yeah, you know what? No, I see the walls now. Never mind. This makes sense to some degree. This makes sense. Yeah, no, this makes sense. It's like one of those district type things where the families were like, what the fuck happened with that Zed? That, he just like spazzed the fuck out. I'm just chopping heads, don't mind me. Don't mind me. We have a tank here. It's a little weird that they'd have the tank for show on a military base, but hey. Obviously I have a little bit of... Like I've gone off about military base before, but this is about right. I've done some research when it comes to this stuff, obviously. Like, obviously, I can't speak from personal experience. I don't have anyone in the military, at least that I talk to on a regular basis in my family. My grandfather actually was there during, I believe it was the Gulf War. If I'm wrong on that, sorry, parents. Please feel free to re-educate me on my stupidity. Feel free to remind me. But my grandfather was I'm pretty sure he was in the Gulf War, they were saying. So, yeah. Not a soldier. I believe he was actually a truck driver for a general. Which sadly means he was important, apparently. So, that's cool. For some reason we just get stuff here. That's a little bit weird. Not gonna lie. Is the trader even here? Oh, she's here. She's just like really hidden. Okay, I got you. Get the battle axe. Thank you very much. Alright. What I don't like is how it's cool, but it looks like it's about to storm at any moment. It's very bleak. Like, it's very... I don't know. Like, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's very bleak. I think that is the best word I can really use to describe this. Like, it's a little bit... There's a significant lack of color, really, to it. Gameplay-wise, it's okay so far. This is cool. That isn't. Poor guy. Some bad shit's happening here, clearly. Oh, boy. See, it's one... But, thing is, we have literally no idea what happened here. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm sure people are already theory crafting. That's not ever really a bad thing, in my opinion. Sometimes no description can work. Personally, I prefer there to be some form of, like, at least a little bit of a description, because obviously then we know what we're getting into. We're not just completely lost. And my god, those fucking stairs. Seriously? Those fucking... Okay. Alright, let's get the hell out of that mess, because that could have been terrible real fast. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Fuck off. Thank you. But yeah, so far, decent map. It's not terrible. Oh god. Okay, now the stories are getting darker. Why is the man hanging? Why does it look like a model I've never seen either? Why is the man hanging? What happened here? Did they all murder each other? Okay. That's, wow. Sorry if I'm yawning, it's just, I'm literally, like, I passed out for 5 minutes before I recorded this video. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty out of it, so if I seem a little bit, ridiculous, please forgive me. Please forgive me. But I'm really behind, so I'm trying to catch up for you guys, so hopefully you understand. Hopefully I sound mostly sensible. I think I do. Hopefully I do. It is gonna be hilarious. Like, I watched for this video, and I'm like, I sound like I'm high or some shit. I'm high on lack of sleep. What the fuck? My life. But anyway, let's not talk about that. Let's try and keep the video, you know, not ridiculous. The reason I'm rambling already is just I feel like I don't know, it feels like we've already kind of explored everything. I'm still looking, don't get me wrong. Like, it is nice, they definitely added music and stuff, that's cool. But sound effects wise, there's like nothing. Like, the biggest thing I think that could work for this map is mainly just like exploring and just trying to think what happened. Like, obviously, Killing Floor lore says everything's pretty much dead. Like, everything, the majority of people just kind of went and died. Brutally and probably viciously. But, yeah. This is an invisible wall. No! Oh! 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 Okay, opinions are changing. Opinions are changing. How far can we go out? Oh, this is cool. This is the kind of stuff I like. See, what I don't understand is why over there they had a tank, like, with a barricade type thing around it, like what you'd see at a museum, whereas out here you literally have tanks and shit. And this is the end. Sorry. Again, sorry. I'm very sorry about the yawning. I'm not bored or anything. It's just literally, yeah, waking up. Sorry. But, yeah, okay. But yeah, this is cool. I like this. I'm probably going to die if I go in that water. I just have a really bad feeling. So we're not going to go in the water. We'll probably go in the water, say, wave 4 or 5, maybe, if we start rambling too hardcore. But yeah, I like this. There's a lot of room. The issue, of course, is there's too much room, obviously. We've gotten very far away, and it's not like the last map we played where there's lots of ways for them to ambush us. No, they are literally just, like, stuck in a single file line at this point, and we are not even trying. It's fucking bridge battles at this point. Fucking, fucking tree bridge fucking battles right now. Like, what the fuck? Amazing. Just simply amazing. Let's see if this fucker had snuck up on me. It would have been bad. That would have been very bad, in fact. I didn't realize this was a streamer. I thought it was actually a clot. Wow, I'm going insane. Can you actually go this way? No, damn it. There's an invisible wall. Come on, I hate invisible walls. Why must you have invisible walls? You even show it. Come on. Ugh. You know how I feel about invisible walls. Sorry. Very sorry. I can't emphasize that enough. Now, what I am going to complain about right now is it looks like we might not make it as a trader. What the hell? To be fair, we did kind of leave the compound area. So it's kind of our fault. But at the same time, I really don't like when these maps punish you for exploring. Like, that's kind of the whole point of a custom map, you know? It seems the trader's in the same spot no matter what, though, so I think we're gonna be alright. I think we're gonna be just fine, honestly. So, I think we're gonna cut it soon, though. We're gonna call it quits, because I don't want to. At the same time, I don't want to say that because we're still exploring. Like, there's actually a lot here. It really is a decent map. It's pretty good so far. Like I said, obviously it doesn't look the best, but the theme and whatnot fits. And it's not that it doesn't look the best. It's just obviously it doesn't really appeal to me because it's just kind of, you know, it's kind of bleak. I don't know. I don't really know the word to like describe it. Like, normally I'm actually a darker color kind of guy. It's just in this case it almost feels like, I don't know, I feel like if there's a significant lack of rain, honestly. It just feels kind of weird. Like, you'd think there'd be rain, but for some reason there is not. So yeah, we're not gonna survive much longer. I want to can we actually go in these things? No, damn it, they couldn't have done that. Realistically, they could not have balanced those, because I've played those maps in the past where you could just fuck around on the tower. They're OP as fuck. That's no, I never would. See, those assholes were right behind me the whole time. See, that's a little bit challenging, but I don't think I'm gonna make it all the way for the entire thing. So let's, by that I mean we're gonna make it all the way up to like whenever the fuck we die. But then again, I say that, holy shit, we might actually die legitimately. What the hell? What is it that was? What was that damage? We're on normal, right? Shit, we are. I don't know. I don't know. That was a lot of damage. But yeah, I think we've seen a good chunk of it, he says, and then he explores more, and he's noticing more details. Like, what the fuck? Why did I see a blue light out there? I still want to know the story. Like, my fan theory right now is, or fan theory, is that really the right word? I don't know. I guess headcanon maybe would work in this situation. Or let's just say fan theory for lack of a better word. My fan theory right now is some bad shit went down, clearly. The zombies came, people got paranoid, so they killed them because they thought they were diseased, or people in the position of power didn't like what they were seeing, because you know how people are with power. They can be fucky sometimes. And, well, this is the result. Everyone's dead. Some people were hung. Some people were basically made martyrs. It's not a good situation, clearly. You just look at it. The frame rate drops. I don't know why. That's been happening all day for me. I think my GPU is just literally dying. I really need to buy that thing really soon then. Damn. Alright then. Strake. Hi, Strake. Ah, dear God. The problem is, I don't know where they're coming from right now. Like, they seem to be... I actually might be swarming me. Yeah, see, this is the problem. I just came to a bad spot, honestly, maybe. In my opinion. Here, it seems. I haven't been for that building. Let's go through that. Before we get murdered viciously and die. Oh, God. Yeah, lots of people died in this building. For some reason. What's special about this building? What would have caused everyone to die in here? What the fuck? I have no idea. I don't know what's so special about that building. I don't even know what that building is. It's just a building. It's just a building. It's definitely a good map, though. Don't get me wrong. Like, what the fuck is this, though? What? What is this? Tree. It's a tree, Xel'crin. It's a dead tree. What is it, Xel'crin? What the fuck is it? Genius. Anyway, though, I like the map. It's definitely cool. But... I don't know, like, this one is, I feel this one's score, judging by the numbers going through my head right now, is going to be it's going to be pretty damn biased. So, I'm trying to think legitimately how I feel about it. Like, it's not terrible. But, and I can see this, I don't know, with multiplayer, this might actually be really fun. But, right now, it just kind of feels, I don't know, like a map. It's not the most intense or the specialist thing I've ever seen. And I don't mean that in a negative connotation that people tend to use when they say special these days. So, I think we're just gonna jump in the river. I'm at that point because I think we get... No, I don't want to jump in the river. What am I saying? Do I want to jump in the river? I kind of do, I'm not gonna lie. This world, it's so bad. It's making me want to commit suicide. No, I don't know. It's a good map. Like I said, it's just, what is, like, I don't know. It's one of those kind of maps where you get it. Now you just have to survive at this point, and that's it, really. No bugs, no problems. It's decent. It's just... It's one of these cases where I feel my own personal biases are going to say that it's just not the best. Just because of the fact that there's invisible walls, the theme. It's cool, and they definitely got it right. It just doesn't really appeal to me. The music and stuff is there, though, too, so... I like what I'm seeing. Like, it's not bad. It's not bad in a sense that I can argue it's bad. It's bad in my opinion, if that makes sense. Like, I personally don't like the design and whatnot of it, really. It just feels... I don't understand why there's no... Like, it feels like it should be raining, and it's not raining. It feels way too fucking dark. Like, it sets atmosphere, maybe, to some degree, but... Like, what kind of atmosphere are you trying to convey? A sense of dread? That's what I'm getting out of this. Like, not necessarily dread, but, almost, like, you know... Not depression in a sense that I'm actually depressed, but, like, depression in a sense that... Well, fuck, lots of people died here. Some bad shit probably went down. You know what I mean? That kind of... That's what I'm kind of getting from this, and I'm not sure that's intentional. It may be, though, in which case the atmosphere really suits it. And while I don't like the style, it suits the theme. So, I think, and I think this might even be original assets. I know some of this, like, the tanks and stuff, probably not. But the buildings, I think the buildings might actually be original. I don't know, I can't quote that. They just don't. They look similar to things we've seen before, but at the same time, the interiors look just like it's very different than what we've normally seen in these kind of maps. So I don't know. I don't know if they're original or not. So yeah, just when I yawn, just ignore me. I'm not actually bored with the map or anything. I'm just literally like. Let me put it to you this way. I'm gonna fucking... When I'm done recording this, I'll put my this in the external hard drive I record this on into my editing PC, right? Literally into it. No, not literally. I'm gonna plug it into it, and yeah. But as it's transferring, right, I'm gonna wait. Hopefully to God I can stay up an hour. Because this is pretty bad for me right now, I know. And then, pass the fuck out while the videos render. And then when I wake up, they get uploaded. That's how this is gonna work, because I'm amazing like that, I know. So, but yeah, you guys know my commentary is dying at this point. Like, we're done. We get it. We've seen everything. I can't even feel I can ramble in this situation, really. Just, I don't really blame the map for that. In this case, I think the fault is truly with me. It's just my personality at the moment. Not the map, though. Everything I said, I really do feel about not objectively. What the fuck am I saying? See, I'm really intelligent, guys. Can you tell? No. What I mean is, what I'm saying, I'm not just saying, if that made sense. I'm saying this because I do mean it. I do feel the way I feel about all this. It's just, I'm not in the mood to keep this going for this long, if that made sense. We get it. There's not really a difficulty curve to it. It's not too hard. It's like medium, so there's no real reason to go all the way to wave 10 just to prove a point. We've pretty much proved that point. We can't go in there. Fuck it. This just became bridge battles. Let's do this. Flesh pound. Fuck it. We can die legitimately. I don't care. Let's do this. Oh my dear God. That's so abusable as fuck, and I love it. I love it, and I hate it. I love it because it's unbalanced as fuck. I hate it because, well... Or, that's why I hate it. I love it because, obviously, it's unbalanced as fuck and we're dead. Nice knowing you. But, yeah, it's one of those kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? Kind of... To quote a friend here, meh maps. It wasn't terrible. It was good, in fact. It wasn't terrible, and it wasn't, you know... It didn't wow me, though, as the thing, as well. So, it was good. Don't get me wrong, and it's a good map, it's a fun experience, but I'm not sure it's necessarily, in my personal opinion, it's something I would play, say, constantly on a multiplayer server. It's kind of one of those maps where you try it, you're like, okay, it's cool, and then you just probably move on and never play it again. At least that's my opinion, alright? That's very, very opinionated of me to say, I know, but that's just, this entire map is honestly just not my kind of thing, I feel. This is kind of just not my thing, if that made sense. Because, objectively, like, by that I mean, factually, as in, like, I know that's hard to say for some people as reviewers, but what I mean by objectively is, factually, there was no actual problems with the map, like, in a sense that the mechanics or something was wrong with it. No, it was pretty solid in that regard. The music was there, everything with the Zeds seemed okay, pathing issues seemed okay, like, there was no pathing issues, in fact, so it was just called pathing, my bad, not pathing issues, just, yeah. So, it wasn't a bad map, just I feel this probably falls under the radar of my own personal biases. Not terrible. I think the number that's sticking in my head is a... What are we thinking here? Is it a 10? Yeah, I'm thinking it's a 10. It was good, don't get me wrong. Like I've said a million times, it's just... It's not something I could see myself playing multiple times. It's not really... It's well done, and there's definitely work in it. It's just... This is one of those maps. It's just one of those maps. We will run into this every now and again, where there's just a map I'm not going to like. And not because it's bad, not because it's, like, objectively there is something wrong with it, but because quite literally it is just not my kind of map, if that made sense. It's really just not my kind of thing. But I figure I should still cover it, because I don't know what I'm getting into. This entire series is blind. I go in blind, for the most part. Obviously, I can see screenshots and stuff when downloading the map. But still, this is intended to be blind. So that means we get some good gems, we get some bad gems. Bad gems. Okay, let me rephrase that. We get some gems, we get some shit, we get some in-between, and sometimes we get the meh. And this right now, I feel, is the meh. It's not terrible, it's not perfect, that's for sure. Like, nothing's perfect. Why the fuck did I say perfect? I'm a genius. By that I mean it's not like something that amazed me, but it's a map. It's a map you can play. It's decent. My personal problem with it is that the army thing is a little bit, overdone. It's an FPS, obviously there's gonna be lots of army bases and that kind of stuff. But that, I could do have to say, that was probably the closest I've seen to like an army type base in this game. Like, a lot of these things have seemed a little bit fake. This seems decently real. It seems pretty believable, at least. So in that regard, it holds up its theme very well, and for that I have to give it props. It did well. So for that, I give you props, Map Maker. But I think that's all we have to say about the matter, really. 6 of 10, just because it's a good map. It's definitely above average. 6 of 10 is not bad. That's above average. That's a 60% by statistics standards, which is still, it's decent. It's not 50, if that made sense. I'm not talking fucking college learning level percentages here, guys. I'm talking percentages, period. So, like, obviously a D for some people might seem terrible, but at the same time, to me, as 6 of 10 is better than some of the reviews we've given where it's like a 1 of 10. Pure shit. So it's not that. It's definitely not that. It's good. And it's pretty well done. It's just obviously, like I said, I don't feel this is one of my maps. Now, anyway, let me give my general disclaimer to you, Map Maker. I am not out to get you. I am not out to discourage you from making maps. I am not out here to try and throw my beliefs onto you in a sense that, you have to conform to what I believe is a good map, if that makes sense. Like, obviously, my biases are my biases. I have maps I like, I have maps I don't like. And in this case, this is a map I don't hate it. I don't know. I didn't really like it, in my opinion. Not that it's objectively bad, it's just, that's my opinion. And saying all that, you have to understand, I am a human being. The only criticism I could really give it is, as I said, which I've said many times in these things, is invisible wall. Like, you were the guy, like, I will give you props. You actually did let us go out of the military base. A lot of those people who use invisible walls would not have let us done that, and every other thing was not invisible wall. For that, I thank you. You've done well, but the fact that there was some invisible walls when you clearly can see like where it's going, you could have just, like, I don't know, put some kind of barricade there or something to stop you. I feel it's a little bit, I don't know, I feel like there should have been something extra added there. And then on top of that, you couldn't even jump in the water, which is not a bad thing. I'm sure some people would rather not accidentally fall in the water and die. So, anyway, there's not much you can criticize. That's what I mean by it's one of those maps where it's just like, what can I say? I really just personally don't like it. It's not that it's bad. It's just I don't. I'm not trying to be mean about it or anything. It's just my personal opinion. My candid opinion on it, because that's what we do here. I do not lie. I give you the brutal truth, whatever that is. And the brutal truth in this case is I just don't like this map. But that being said, like I'm saying back to my disclaimer, take my criticism with a grain of salt. I'm not out to get you. I'm not out to do any of that. I do this because I care, believe it or not. I do this to entertain my audience. I do this because I care. And normally, if I ever encounter your maps again, I'll normally have criticism. It's just this kind of map. I don't feel you could have done much more. I can't feel, let me put it this way, I don't know if you could have done anything better. Not because of you as a map maker did something wrong, but because rather just the idea and the theme behind this map is just not that appealing to me, if that makes sense. But to some people, this could be the shit. This could be the best map ever. This could be the most fun thing in existence. So, obviously, that's what I mean. Take my criticism with a grain of salt. In this case, definitely take it with, like, a lot of salt. Like, okay, not a lot of salt. I mean, take it very lightly, because I don't give much in constructive criticism. Like, I don't want to say the word constructive criticism. Ways you can improve it. Like, I kind of did, and that was, I feel it's a little bit too gloomy. It's a little bit too bleak and all that. And it should be maybe, I don't know, raining. But at the same time, it did give an atmosphere that I feel was almost intentional, judging by the way you kind of designed this map. So I feel you won't add rain, and you know what? You're probably justified in that, because you're trying to convey a message about the map, and message conveyed, if that's what you were trying to convey. So, there you go. But, yeah, I'm not out to get you. Don't worry. If we ever encounter each other again, probably will have something more productive to say. I'm sorry it doesn't seem that way right now, but honestly, it's just one of those situations. I don't have many maps where I'm like this. And it's not just because I'm tired, believe it or not, guys. It's literally, it's one of those kind of maps for me. Like, I've seen everything. I've got enough experience with it, but I just don't really have feelings toward it that could be used for this map to be improved upon. So, yeah. Anyway, addressing my general audience, thank you so much for watching. This has been Xel'crin, and before we go, I said this in the first video, but I just want to say it again. Thank you for your patience. I know I fucked up. Shit just keeps happening. I'm not going to make excuses. Hopefully the third video this week. This isn't going to be a regular thing, so don't think that's going to happen unless obviously I fuck up every week and I'm late, in which case 3 videos a day. Or, oh god, 3 videos a day? No, don't hold me to that. But 3 killing floors a week. Obviously I'll do that. If I fuck up, I will give you more video. I will give you more content than what I am. I was going to say comfortable with, but that's not the right word. What I mean by that is what's the word I am looking for? I don't have a word for it. Like, the best way I can describe it is content that is expected for the week. Like, if I screw up, I intend to make up for that screw up in some way, and I feel that hopefully the extra video did compensate a little bit, even though, you know, I didn't have much of an opinion on this map. It's just because of how the map was, honestly. It's not necessarily anything with me. It's not necessarily anything with the map maker or the map itself. It's just quite, well, actually, yes, it is with the map itself. I just didn't like it, honestly. That's just my opinion about it. I didn't like how it just, I don't know, it seemed too cardboard cutout military base, which is okay. I mean, I've criticized a lot of the maps in the past for not getting military bases right, and this one got it right. It's just, I don't know. I feel there could have been more to it, and it didn't exist. So, you had a little town base, and that was about it, and then Zeds came, and I died. The end. End of the story. But, yeah. So, thank you for being patient with me. We should be back to normal next week. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. This has been Xel'crin. I'll see you in the next video stream, wherever the fuck you find me. Bye, guys.